What is good, gamers? It's your boy, Jackson, or Spuds, coming at you with another video. I did a thing on the weekend, top 8 of the YCS Ultimate Time was in Sydney. I lost in top 8 because I'm fucking awful, but you know, we made it there anyways. Just thought I'd show you my deck profile and talk a bit about the experience that I had. So I played Forgs, much to no one's surprise. And it was okay. The deck was alright. I think I'd make some changes moving forward, which I will detail out. The event was run really smoothly. Shout out to all the judges. They did really well. I got 2 slow play warnings because I simply just kind of got a bit rusty with the deck going in and was just sitting there like trying combo and just sucked a lot. So shout out to the judges who gave me a slow play warning, but much deserved. And then my matchups, I guess I'll speak about. So I won my first round against GBs, and then lost round 2 against Christius Swan just because I bricked game 1 and game 3. I couldn't get Fishbowl access. And then I drew round 3 to Hero Frogs, which because I just played like shit. I just missed the game line and stuff. So I was in the pits for a lot of the tournament, and then I won the next 4 straight to go 5-1-1 in Swiss and snuck in an 8th. I think I beat 2 Machina. I beat one of the machiners was mainly like Fossil Diner and Diddy Crow, so I somehow won that game, even though I got Fossil Diner in game 1. And then the second machiner was more a standard list, I suppose. Then I beat some kind of Amarillo's quick draw deck that was like over in our first game, took like 2 minutes, and then the second game took a bit longer. And then the last game that I played, not the last game, but I played also against Lights One again and almost lost that. We went to time and I ripped the Mirror Force to win. Again, I just bricked and couldn't draw fixable access, so I almost lost. So those are my matchups. Went 5-1-1 in Swiss and lost in top 8 to Black Wings. Lost to a pretty good player. I won game 1 by OTKing him. And then game 2 and 3, I made some questionable plays, I think. Hard to say if they were a misplay. You could certainly argue if they were or not. I basically had like, game 2 was like whatever, and game 3, I had 5 monsters exactly in my bin, and I just Kai'd his board, so his board was like a set spell or trap, which I thought was like oppression. So I used my Pot of Avarice to return my Treeborn Frog, and I thought if I draw a trap card here, I win the game on the spot. Didn't draw a trap card, probably drew like the worst 4 to 5 cards in my deck for the next 4 or 5 draws, and lost. Actually didn't see a trap card in game 2 or game 3. But yeah, that's fine, whatever. Shout out quickly just to Plenty of Games, the store that I play at in Melbourne, in the CBD, and shout out to my girlfriend who's filming this video. So yeah, I'll just get started with the deck. It's pretty standard, but here we go. So we played 3 sub, obviously, 3 swap. This is Hamster Map, by the way. 3 Des, 3 Fishborg, 2 Treeborn. I mean, I went in circles with this list for a while. The second Treeborn is super irrelevant in the main deck, game 1, but you kind of need it game 2 and 3 when you side in the Monarch build. So I decided just to put some bad cards in my main deck, just to alleviate my side deck pressure, I suppose. Because I didn't think that keeping the combo game 2 and 3 would be very effective. I expected a lot of Vayu. I played a few winner mats on Saturday, and I didn't see any Black Wings, so I expected not many Black Wings, but against Vayu, I wanted the side deck to be the conversion side. So I played 2 Trip on the main, although, yeah, you can definitely cut one of these. It's just completely irrelevant in game 1, and yeah. I played 2 Dupe. Kind of wish I played 3, to be honest. It just comes up like a lot of times, and especially game 2 and 3, when you're just able to like sit behind a dupe and stall like Vayu or Black Wings and stuff like that. It's just a good card to have. Searches your swap frog. If it ever goes off, you kind of your hand just gets turned instantly online. So I do wish I played 3 of this card. Beals was insane. Like Beals is obviously crazy, as we all know, but I've been like a proponent of not having to play it. But yeah, it came up so much for me, and like I would have been so annoyed if I didn't play this card. So it's just crazy. Unifrog, I wanted to cut this card for the longest time from both my main deck and my side deck, but I kind of convinced myself going into the tournament, like playing a big event with like a lot of rogue decks and like random shit, that Unifrog was good. In reality, it fucking sucked, and it was just like the worst card in my deck every time I drew it. I think the reason why this card sucks the most is that the spots where you want it versus Oppression or Mask of Restrict, or against like a Fossil Diner, if you're stalling behind a Dupe Frog or what have you. And in all of those spots, you can't even search it. Like the only way you can get it is by drawing it, which obviously sucks. Or you can like swap, bounce, dump it, and then salvage it back, but that requires some setup. And yeah, so it's just the worst card in the deck by far, and I 100% wish I did not play it, and I should have stuck to my guns on that. Flip-flops to go, obviously. And then for the non-frog monsters, we played Gauze because it's just really good against, like, bad players will just lose the entire game to the one card. So I just figured, like, for an event like this, it's probably insane. If I'm playing online, maybe I won't play it. And then 2 Dandy. People have been cutting 1 Dandy, but, like, that's just retarded. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I was saying this to, I played the deck with a few friends. They play the same list as me. And I was saying, like, if Dandy wasn't in the format, I probably wouldn't play this deck. So this card's, like, broken. Alright, spells 3 Avarice, really obvious. 3 Salvage, I feel like this video is going too long. 3 Melee, obviously. 1 for 1, Foolish. I played Brain Control in the main. Brain Control is another card that really, really sucks game 1. It's just so useless. But again, you know, the theme of like having the cards in my main deck to help with my side deck is what prevailed in this list. And I kind of wish it wouldn't have, but you know, Brain was whatever. Game 2 and 3, it's fine. Heavy, again, Typhoon, same thing. I knew people were gonna main like deck Oppression and stuff. So I really wanted Typhoon as like a third out to Oppression, obviously because you just scoop game 1 to that card. And it was fine. Like it just, you know, it did what it needed to do. Triade and then 3 Reckless Greed. I think there was a few times during the early rounds, especially where I misplayed using Reckless Greeds when I shouldn't have, and then ended up blocking myself, but that's fine. We'll go through the extra deck very quickly. Tokens. 2 Armory Arm. There was one situation where I wanted 3, but I was able to. So I was a play where my opponent had a Raikou and a Titanial face up, and I played Armory Arm on their Titanial. They obviously have to negate, otherwise they lose. And then I averaged the Armory Arm and the Beals Frog back, and then just double Armory Arm his Raikou and just crashed in 3 Des Frog. It's like 11k damage or 10k damage or some shit. So that's kind of crazy. Catasta, never made it. Android, never made it. Same with this guy. Bryanak, obviously we made this. Played Gaia. So I'm not sure if this is a common sentiment, but my friend Kai wanted to cut this card. And like, you don't make it that often, but there was actually a cool spot in the top eight match where I was trying to kill through Gauze, but I couldn't because I couldn't recycle either a Des or a Beals. I did have Avarice. So what I ended up doing was I made a board of Goyo, obviously played Goyo as well, Gaia, Goyo, and Stardust, and then I had a sub as well. So this is exactly 8k damage, and then it plays really well around Gauze as well, because you just obviously take their Gauze, and you have sub main phase 2, you have Stardust against Blackwings, it's crazy. So that was kind of cool. I've done that probably once before, but I think Gaia is just fine to play. I mean, you have space, so it's whatever. I played Life Transfer for time. I didn't realize how relevant time would be this event, but this deck just takes a while to play, and people just don't scoop as well. Like I had some guy like arc up at me, the Hero Frog player. He was like just complaining to me that I take way too long, but like game 2 was over by turn 3, and I couldn't kill him because he kept playing Fader and Scapegoat and stupid shit like that. So he just didn't scoop for like 20 turns or whatever. So this card broken, but it just wasn't in my first train of thought while making plays, because I just play online. So yeah, I never made it, but it is good. Black Rose, obviously. Stardust, double Colossal, just in case of like a Necroguard in the line. It's probably not super relevant, but whatever. RDA for Gigavice, no one played it really. And then Mistworm, because it's really good with deals. And then we'll go through the static very quickly, because I feel like it's been dragging on. So we've got 3 Kaios, obviously. This is a conversion side. 2 Breaker. Breaker's pretty broken, all these cards are. I played 2 DD Crow, which I thoroughly regret. I just assumed the mirror would be a bit more like, people would be playing more mirror there'll be more mirrors than there were. But I also think like, people playing the mirror just didn't have the experience I have on this deck. I have like a lot of games on this, so I just thought, initially I thought that I could just out-sequence them and like outplay them basically. So I didn't need anything for the mirror, but I just decided, fuck it, I'll just put in 2 Crow. It's okay against Gigavice as well. But I didn't play any mirror, and like, yeah, I mean, it's just not that good, honestly. It's just a dead card versus like fucking every deck in the event except the mirror, basically. I played a Riser. Riser, I saw it once against Blackwings. I only started this in against Blackwings and Vayu. And that one game it fucking popped off. Basically, there's just a lot of spots game 2 and 3 against Vayu and Blackwings where you're like, man, I just need to draw a Monarch so bad, and you play 3 Kaios. So I thought, how bad can the fourth Monarch be in the Riser, and it was pretty good when I drew it, so I can't complain. 3 Geki Break, pretty standard. 2 Prison, I wish I played a third of these. Going forward, if I was to play the conversion side again, I'd cut 2 Crow for like a third Prison and something else maybe. and then Mirror Force and TT. So that's the deck. It's relatively standard, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, probably should have won the event, but I just suck ass, so it is what it is. We came top 8, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.